Hey guys, welcome back. Mike here at MH Tutorials. Well guys, today we're going to do another hopefully exciting tutorial. We are going to model a fantasy gun today based on concept art that I received. But before we get into that, I want to extend a huge thank you to you guys. Just hit 3,000 subscribers on my tutorial channel, which is really awesome. So big thank you. I couldn't do it without you guys. And for today's tutorial, like I said, a fantasy gun, I received a file that we're going to use as a reference. I'm not sure at all who created the original concept, so if you recognize it and you know who made this, let me know and I will gladly put that in the comments. Okay? All right, let's get started. We're going to load a reference image. So we're going to go to our panel view, going to go to my front view, click on view, image plane, import image. And let's see, there we go. That's it. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with. I'm just going to hit W and I'm going to move that up a little bit so it's above my grid. Now, the problem when you're modeling something like this is you only have one reference. Okay, so we don't have the side view, top view, and so forth. We just have this. So we need to be a bit creative to get it to a point where we think it's all right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by creating this pretty much the barrel and the outside of that. Okay. So for that we're going to create a polygon pipe. Drag that out, pull that up, hit 5 for shaded mode, hit E to rotate it until we are at 90, minus 90 in this case. There we go. And we will use this image as a reference for our dimensions and so forth. I'll hit 5 for shaded mode, R to scale it down, move that in. I'll just hit F so we're a bit closer. And let's give this a bit more subdivision, okay? So we'll do 40 on that. That's fine. Okay. Now we're going to move it over right there. We're going to hit our X-ray box so we can see our image a bit better. We're going to scale it down until the dimensions fit. Move it up just a little. I think we're getting pretty close. Yeah, that's good. All right. And then we're going to right click, go to vertex, drag select these, and push them back to about here. We're not going to see it, but that's fine. All right. So that will give us this right here. Now, we are going to deal with this end right here. We're going to right click, go to edge, double click on these two edges and go to edit mesh and bevel. All right. Now we could smooth this by, tweaking this and so forth, but I kind of like this look, so we're just going to leave it like that. Okay. All right. Now this guy here, that will be fairly straight, so we're going to do another polygon pipe, and we're going to do it on the same location. So we'll take a pipe. Let's see, pipe, yeah. Okay. Pull that up. Hit E, rotate that again. Make sure we're at 90. Minus 90, there we go. We're going to go to our top view, hit F to zoom in. As you can see, it's aligned, so we're going to pull that back a little. And we're going to need to scale that down quite a bit. So let's get back towards our reference. Before we do that, let's make sure that this is centered. So I'm going to select this guy. Let's see, where'd he go? Here. We're going to set our translate values to 0. And we'll take that guy and we'll do the same, which will allow us to center it. Just hit hit F to zoom in, and bring that back a little bit. We're going to go back to our front view, and now let's just align our image with our model. F to zoom in. Okay, so, and I'll just turn off the X-ray so we can see it a bit better. There we go. We'll take this guy, move it forward, hit R to scale it down a bit more, and again, move forward, right-click vertex, drag-select those, and bring it out to there as well. And again, we're not going to see that end, but that's fine. And let's just check the front to make sure that when we look into this barrel, that we don't see that opening. I'll just move my image back a little bit. Oops. There we go. So we got this opening going on, and that's something we do not want. And in addition, we're going to add some subdivision here. So we'll do 40 as well. And doesn't seem to be too pleased with that for some reason. We didn't do too much to it so far, so that shouldn't be a problem, but okay. We're going to right click edge. We're going to take that inner edge and we're going to scale that in until that opening there is gone. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so what's next? We're going to check this view here. Now this bottom part here, we're going to do that later. We're going to start off with these sections here, and I'm going to turn back, I'm going to turn on my X-ray again. So we got these sections here. Now I'm going to leave them fairly squared. So for that, we're going to take a polygon cube. Just check my image here for a sec. Yep, okay. Take a polygon cube, pull that up. Let's switch to this view here. So there it is. Hit W. We're going to align that up here. So make sure that corner is fitting. Right click vertex, drag select these two, bring that in until the other one is fitting as well. Drag select these two down here, bring it down, and bring it in until that is aligned. Bit of an odd shape actually, because you would expect it to be a fit. Okay, that looks nice. We do need to deal with the width from the top, but that's okay. We're gonna right click go to object mode, select that, hit Control D to duplicate. We're gonna move that over and Shift D to do that once more and move that just a little bit. Let's check from our top view. So these guys, bring them in. F to zoom in. And we are going to hit R and we're going to scale them in a bit and move them like that. Okay. Which will give us this. And again, I'll just push this guy back a little bit. Maybe we're going to tweak that later, but it doesn't look that bad. So that's cool. Now we're going to deal with this end here. Okay. So for that, we're going to take another cube. I'm going to pull that up. Just going to check these guys to see what the dimensions are. So if I were to, hang on, if I were to scale that out. Okay, so it's 0.6 is our width, which is good to know. Let's see, 0.6, that's good. We're going to move it in from this end. So take our object, hit W, bring that down, and bring that in. F to zoom in. We're going to align this top corner here, all right? And then we're going to right click, go to vertex, drag select these two down here, and we're going to move that until we have the same line, if you will. We'll take these two, bring that into that point up there, and then we'll take, let's just see, that's going to there, okay. Take these two, sorry, right click vertex, take these two, bring them up and in just a little, okay. Now we're going to need to add some subdivisions here. So we're going to go to Edit Mesh, insert Edge Loop tool, and let's make sure we got equal distance from edge setting going on. Okay, we're going to add one there, one there, one there, and one there, and we'll do one there, and one there, and then we'll add a few here to create that curve shape. Okay, so now we're going to hit Q on our keyboard, right click vertex, drag select these guys, hit W, and we're starting to create that curved shape. And actually, I'll need to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I'll take this guy. And again, it doesn't have to be a 100% copy. But let's try to get it as smooth as we can. And I'll just take this one and bring that in a little bit. All right. Not too bad. We're going to right click, go to edge, double click on that edge, and bring that one up just a little. And on top here, we're going to add another edge loop. Where'd it go? Up there. Okay. And for these openings here, we're going to do the same. So hit G to repeat. We'll do one there, one there. Okay. Right click edge. We're going to delete these. All right. And these down here. We're going to hit Q on our keyboard. 4 for wireframe mode. We're going to select these two guys. So right click object mode. Right click vertex. Sorry, just on these. Drag select those. Hit W and move them over here. Like I said before, we're not going to see them. So that will help us to get towards where we need to be. Okay. So back to edges, right click edge, we go. And I'm just going to turn off my grid here. So we got a little bit better sense what's going on. Okay, and now right click vertex. Looks like we need to tweak that a bit here and there, but all in all, it's not too bad. We'll just right click edge. No, that's not good. Okay. We'll just check it from here and see what we got. We got these three shapes going on, which is good. And I want them to be pulled in. So right click face, take these three faces and these three, edit mesh, extrude, hit R and scale them in. That's fine. So we got that. And then we are going to get that guy aligned from the top. So right click object mode. We're going to push that up. Just turn our grid back on. Okay, so this guy is 0.6. That should be good. Just going to tweak that a little bit. Okay. So that's what we have so far. Now we are going to tweak this a little. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some subdivisions on top. So I'm going to take these sections, mesh, combine, edit mesh, insert edge loop tool, and we're going to add a few to the top here, and I'll do it from this view. So one there, one there, and just bring them close to the edge. And we'll do the same here. All right. So now, if we go to object mode and we select, just hit Q on our keyboard, get rid of this edge here. Delete that one, okay. Object mode, 3 on your keyboard. As you can see, it's not straight enough. This is fairly close, these are not. So hit 1, hit 1 on your keyboard. We're going to add some more. Edit mesh, insert edge loop tool. We'll do one there. And this is always kind of an annoying process, but has to be done. So they all look good. Let's do the same down here. Looks like we just need to tweak this guy a bit. Let's see what we get here. This one here seems to be a bit off, but we'll see. All right, okay. So the other ones look okay. This one does not. So what we'll do is select it, hit 1 on our keyboard again. Object mode, mesh, separate, object mode, just select that guy. Come on, object mode, there we go. Okay, we're gonna delete him, select him, Control D to duplicate, W to move over. That looks okay. And let's see how this guy looks. So we're gonna combine them again. Mesh, combine, 3 on our keyboard. Okay. Now these look okay. This one looks a bit too soft, if you will. So hit 1 on your keyboard and let's add a few edges. Edit mesh, insert edge loop tool. One up there. One down there. Hit Q on your keyboard. Okay, so that should help. Object mode. Okay, that's better. All right, so we got that. Now let's deal with this light gray section here. And for that, we will actually take a cube and we'll position that internally. Just gonna hit 1 on my keyboard, sorry, so I don't have that soft selection going on. Take a cube, pull that out and up. Hit W and start to move that in. Now we're gonna check it from this view here. So we'll align it from the top. Now for the bottom section, it's a bit hard to see, but we'll right click at the edge, select that and bring that down. Sorry, I need them both. That's better. And as far as that sticking out, right click vertex, select these two and bring that way back here. Okay, so that looks about good. We do need to deal with the width later on, but we'll deal with that when we get there. And we're going to go to Edit Mesh, insert Edge Loop tool, and add an edge there and there, and hit Q on our keyboard. Let's go to our top view, right click Object Mode, select that, push that up, and we'll do 4 for wireframe mode so we can see it a bit better. And we're going to hit R and we're going to scale that in until it's inside the profile of the gun, if you will, which will give us this here. How does that look? Not too bad. And then we'll go here, hit 4 for wireframe mode. Oh, that's a bit tricky to see. And we'll add an edge loop right here. So edit mesh, insert edge loop. We'll add one here. Reason is we want this red section to move inwards, but we want it to stop here. Okay. So now that we got that, back to 5, right click face, select that face and that face. I should have them both. 1 and 2. Edit mesh, extrude, hit R, and push that in, which is cool. Okay. So now we got that. We got the section up here that we need to deal with. All right. So for that, what we'll do is we'll take this face, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that up until we have the right height, which is there. And to give it a little bit of detail, what we'll actually do is we'll bevel these top edges. So right click edge, take these two, edit mesh and bevel. Yeah, that's cool. It's not bad. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There we are. Okay, so we got that section. All right. Now let's deal with the black portion, and we'll do that in several stages. We're going to start off by creating a cube on the bottom. So I'll take a polygon cube, drag that out, pull that up, move that in, check that from our top view. All right. We're going to check it from this view right here. We're going to move that down, and we're going to move that in from this end. And I'll hit 5 for shaded mode, and we still got our X-ray on. Right click vertex, drag select that one, and move that in to create this angle here. Looks like we need to bring it up at this end. So that's what we'll do. Edit mesh, insert edge loop. We'll add an edge loop right here. Hit Q on your keyboard. We'll drag select these two. Hit W and bring that up. That's fine. And then right click vertex, take that one, bring that in, take that one and bring that in. Okay. And actually we'll just take this one, bring that up just to give it a slightly cleaner look, if you will. All right. Now this section is going to be pulled inwards. So what we'll do there is right click, go to vertex, select these two and these two. Yeah, it looks like I got them all. Hit R and push them in. So we'll get a slightly different shape there, which is cool. And actually, yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we'll do that. Then we're gonna right click on a face, select that face, edit mesh, extrude, hit W and pull that down. And just check to see what we got here. Okay. And we are going to right click at an edge, move that towards this point here. Right click vertex, take that one, push that towards here, take these two, and we're going to start to move that up to where we need to be. All right. Edit mesh, insert edge loop tool. We'll add one here and tweak that in a sec. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click vertex, take that vertex, hit W and move that. And take that one and move that. Okay. Not bad. Let's see what we got here. Starting to get towards what we need, surely but slowly. Okay. Then right click face, select that, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull it down. And we're going to pull that down towards here, move that over. And let's add some edge loops, edit mesh, insert edge loop. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 1 there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit Q on your keyboard, vertex, take these three and start to move them out. Take the one in the middle. Okay. Take the one up top here, bring that one in. Actually, we'll leave that for now, which will give us this. Okay. Now we're going to add some edge loops there to create our shape, if you will. Edit mesh, insert edge loop. We'll put one close to the edge there. Close to that edge. Close to that edge. Like that. One there. Okay. Right click object mode. Oh. Get rid of that one. Right click object mode. Hit 3 on our keyboard. Okay. Not bad. And we could actually make that a bit thicker, but we'll deal with that right now. So what we'll do is we will, let me think, right click face. We're going to select these faces. And maybe even that one. And the ones up there. And we'll do the same here. Let's just check to see if we have the same from both ends. One right there. Okay. We're going to hit R. Let's give that a bit more thickness. And then we'll take these and these, edit mesh, extrude, hit R, and scale them in. All right. Okay. Cool. Now we have this bottom section here. For that, we'll take that face, edit mesh, extrude. Actually, before we do that, object mode, hit 1 on our keyboard, right click face, edit mesh, extrude, hit W and pull that down. Have to zoom in. Okay. We're going to need to narrow that down a bit. Let me think. Actually, we're not going to do that with an extrusion. What we'll do is, or let me think. Now what I'll do is I will scale it in like that. And again, it doesn't have to be 100% identical to the image. Edit mesh, extrude again, hit W, bring that down, and we'll take the same angle and we'll move it so we have the same line going on. It's going to be a bit thicker, but I just think that looks a bit cooler, so that's what we'll do. Select him, edit mesh, extrude, hit R, scale that guy out, G to repeat, W to bring down, to there, right click vertex, take the bottom two vertices and replicate that angle pretty close. Okay. And then right click face, select that, edit mesh, extrude again, hit W, bring that down, and again try to replicate that angle, bring it up a little bit, which will give us that. Okay. Now if we go to object mode and hit 3 on our keyboard, you can see that the bottom section here is off. So we're going to hit 1. We're going to add some edge loops, edit mesh, insert edge loop tool, and we'll just start to add some edge loops here to kind of maintain that shape. That should be okay. Hit Q on your keyboard. Object mode, hit 3. Yeah, it's much better. All right. So we got that. Not quite sure about that shape in here though. So what we'll do there is, let me think. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go to face. Sorry about that. Let's see. Actually, it's not that bad. It's just a bit thin. What we'll do is we'll take this section here and we're just going to bring that in a bit. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm working off my laptop and the keys are just, slightly different. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. All right. So now let's focus on the trigger. So for that, polygon cube. And before we get into that, just select this guy and hit 1 on our keyboard. Okay, there we go. We're going to hit W. We're going to move that in towards where our trigger, or actually it's not our trigger, or you know what I mean. Okay. So we're going to scale that up a little bit. Hit W, we're going to move that up. Let's add some subdivision, edit mesh, insert edge loop tool, option box, multiple edge loops, and we'll do 4, which is fine. There we go. All right. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click vertex, drag select these, hit W, start to bring them in. Drag select these two, bring them down, these two. Okay. Edit mesh, insert edge loop tool, option box, regular setting. There we go. We'll add one here. Q on our keyboard. Right click vertex. Bring that down. And we'll just move that one over there. Just hit F to zoom in a bit so we can see it a bit better. Okay, bring that one down. Let's see what we have here. Right click object mode. Move that in. Check it from our top view. Get it centered. Okay. Maybe it's a bit thick, so we'll just push that in a little bit. Okay. So now let's deal with these gaps on top. Let's see, what we'll do is right click face, and they are positioned. Let's check it from this view. I'm just gonna mark these two faces so I know where I'm at. I wanted to do both. So one there and one there. There we go. So these two are the ones that we're dealing with. And we'll take these as well. There we go. And I don't necessarily want to create these gaps. I actually want to raise them a little bit. So I'm going to go to Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit W, raise them up just a little, and move them a bit forward to just create that detail. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to have these in here for some reason. So, okay. Just make sure if we smooth this guy that he is okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, cool. There we go. So we got all that. We're getting there. So now we have the this section here. For that, we will take a polygon cube. We're going to pull that up. Right click face. We're going to start to delete these faces, so we just have that left. Okay. Right click object mode. Hit R. Push that in. We're going to move that towards where it needs to be. So let's push that guy down. F to zoom in. It's a bit hard to see, but I'll just bring that angle in so we can see it a bit better. Right click vertex, drag select that end one, bring that over there, drag select that one, and we'll bring that one over there. So this is our initial state, if you will. Then we're going to move in, right click object mode, select it, edit mesh, extrude, and do 0.1 for the thickness. Okay, we'll get it centered. So we're going to go to our top view, right click object mode, hit W and move that in. F to zoom in. There we go. So there's that. Now we're going to tweak the shape a little bit. And as you can see, we need to bring the thickness in a bit. So we'll do that. That looks okay. We will tweak the shape a little bit. So we'll go to this view here, Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool option box. That's good. We'll add one here, here, and here. Q on our keyboard. Right click vertex, drag select those, hit W and bring that in. Bring that in and bring that out. And as you can see, we need to tweak this a bit. So we're going to hang on guys, just go back a few steps here. Make sure I got all of them. Oops. That's better. And we'll take these, rotate that as well, and hit W and bring that out, and bring that in. Let's see what we got here. Okay, cool. We're going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool. We're going to add an edge there, add one there, right click Object Mode, oops, hit Q, right click Object Mode. Let's see how that looks. Okay, we need to add a few to the end, so hit 1 on your keyboard, Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, push one way back there, and add one here, and push that way up. Okay, try that again, Object Mode, still not what I'm looking for. Especially here, so Insert Edge Loop Tool, that's better. Okay, cool. That's good. Now let's create our trigger again. Polygon cube. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay. I have to zoom in. Push that down. Push that in. There we go. Okay. We're gonna start to move that in and up. Or to scale it in. Right click vertex, drag select those, move them over here, Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, about 4, hit Q on your keyboard, right click vertex. Let's start to move them. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, right click object mode, move that in, hit F to zoom in, hit R to scale that in, and let's just make sure that it's in the middle. There we go. F to zoom in, add some edge loops, edit mesh, insert edge loop tool, drag one to that end, drag one to that end, one right there, and possibly we'll just do one up here as well. 5 for shaded mode, right click object, all right, so that is all good. Now personally I don't get this thing down here. That's probably the laser guide or something like that. I'm not too fond of that one, so I'm just going to skip that. Okay. All right. So now we are going to select our sections, if you will. So I selected that one, hit 3, select that one and that one, and they already look, yeah, good. There we go. So that all looks good. We got this guy here. We're going to select these. And now we are very close to where we need to be. What I need to deal with though is this right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to add an edge loop. So hit 4 for wireframe mode, edit mesh, insert edge loop, move that up, hit Q, 5 for shaded mode, right click object mode, and hit 3. It's a bit cleaner. Okay, so this is what we got, all right? Now let's give this guy some materials, okay? We'll start with the red sections first. Actually, we'll not. We'll take the biggest denominator, if you will, which will be, okay, we'll select those sections, right click, assign new material, MIA underscore X, material tab, presets, Chrome, and replace. Sorry guys, I'm just a sucker for Chrome. I just like that. We'll take the barrel right there, assign existing material. We'll do the Chrome as well. Okay. Then we'll take this right here and that whole section and that section. Right click, assign new material, Fong E, and we'll change that to black. Okay. Then we'll take this guy and that guy. Right click, assign new material, MIA underscore X, material tab, presets, and we'll do sateen metal and hit replace. Now we have a few red sections to deal with. Right click face. There we go. And repeat that at this end. Here as well. And we'll flip it over and we'll do the same at this end. Almost there. So we got all that. We got a little bit too much going on here. Okay. Right click, assign new material, Lambert. Change that to red. And go down to special effects. Glow intensity, we'll do 0.5. There we go. We'll deal with this section here. So that's right click face. Take the top here. Right click assign existing material. And that would be Lambert 2. We'll take these openings right here. And not just that face, but also, there we go again. Again, my apologies. So we got that face. We got that face. That one, and that one. Existing material, Lambert 2. We got all of that, looks like, yep. Okay, so what else do we got? We got our trigger. Existing material, Lambert 2. And it looks like we are almost set. So we need to deal with this right here. Right click face, minimize that. So we got all that. Same at this end. There we go. Right click, assign new material, MIA underscore X, material tab, presets. Let's do rubber and replace, okay. And then we will deal with this section down here. We'll do that looks all right. Right click, assign new material, and again, presets, Chrome, replace, and finally we'll do this section here. Right click, existing material, Lambert 2. Okay, so this is our gun. Get rid of that guy, select the whole thing, and what we'll do is we'll just hit W, raise that up until it's sitting on our grid. There we go. We're going to create a plane. Let's scale that guy out quite a bit. Assign new material. Fong E. Make that white, which is fine. Create lights, point light. Hit W, pull that up. Hit 7 on our keyboard so we can see what's going on. Not too bad. All right. We're going to go to our render settings, mental ray, indirect lighting, image based lighting, just like that. Glow illumination, we want that. We want final gathering, quality tab, 1.5 roughly. Here we're going to change our size to HD 1080. That seems to be all good. And then we're going to go and search our image-based lighting. And I'm just going to get an HDRI file. Where did he go? Right there. And yeah, I got a preference for this one. I use this a lot, but it's just really cool. So, okay. So we got all that. Just a final check to make sure that this is all good. Yeah, looks like. Okay. I'm going to set my resolution gate and let's give this a go. I'll pause the video, be back with you guys in a sec. So just so you know, I'm just going to hit this render button. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, there you go, guys. There's our fantasy gun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I got one question for you guys. It would be really awesome if you would send some examples of your work so I can see what you guys are all doing, and maybe even post that on the MH Tutorial Facebook page, because I know there's a lot of interest out there for people to see, you know, how that's all working out. Okay, so that said, thank you guys for watching. As always, you've been great, and see you guys next time. Bye.